Howdy folks, this is Big Sam. Today I'm going to give you 3 ideas for a great Mosin Nagant to buy for under $500 in 2021. Now this is not a complete list, and I'm not going to say that these are the best rifles you could possibly buy for under $500. But I just wanted to do a video today for fun to give y'all some ideas of things you might be able to find for under $500 in 2021. Now the first rifle we're looking at here is a 9130 rifle. Now the prices of these are kind of varying a lot right now. They can go from anywhere from, even in some cases, under $400 up to over $500. So there's quite a wide range of prices for these. So it really helps to know what you're looking at and what you're looking for. And this particular rifle that I'm going to show y'all is an X-Sniper rifle. And we've done a couple videos on X-Sniper rifles before, but if you're in the market for a 9130 and you're kind of looking around at the prices and you're willing to spend whatever they're going for, definitely try to pick one of these up. A lot of times these get mixed in with all the other ones, so sometimes these just get forgotten. So it doesn't matter how many of these rifles you see for sale. If you see a rack of 10 9130 rifles or listings for 10 or 20 9130 rifles, look carefully at every single one. If we can see here, these 2 little letters here, which we'll talk about more later in another video, tell us that this is actually an X-Sniper. So you really just have to be patient if you're looking for an X-Sniper. Now there's pre-war and wartime, and some are rarer than others, but we're not going to get into all of that today. Really, I'm just going to consolidate it into an X-Sniper. Because you can get one of these for the same price as a normal 9130 if you look hard enough. And it's pretty much certain that this is worth more than a standard 9130 rifle. Now there's nothing wrong with a standard 9130 rifle. There's plenty we feature here on the channel and we love them. But if you're looking for a real good investment, or maybe you want to even convert it back into the original sniper configuration, you can do that too. Again, this is just an idea of what to look for. An X-Sniper rifle. So if you're interested in X-Snipers, we're actually going to be doing a presentation soon on the lineage of the X-Sniper rifle. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so this was pick number 1. What about pick number 2 though? Alright, so y'all are probably familiar with this. This is an M44. And M44s are great rifles. People really love these. They're a little bit less common than your standard 9130 rifle, so these tend to cost a little bit more. But if you're looking for an M44, here's a really good one to look for. Now there's a lot of them, but one we're just going to pick out of the bunch today to look at is this guy. Now if we look here on the barrel markings, we can see that this guy was made by the Izhevsk Arsenal in 1946. So this is actually a post-war M44. Now some people really like the wartime stuff, myself included. They're fantastic guns and have a lot of history. But the post-war guns, I don't think they get really enough credit. They're really interesting. These are far more uncommon. These aren't rare, but they're more uncommon than the wartime ones. To give you a perspective, in 1945, the year of production before this gun, they probably made over, I believe, about 2 million of these rifles. In 1946, they made under 200,000. So a lot fewer of these are around. And this particular one is one of the most beautiful Mosins I've ever seen. It has just a fantastic finish on it. And you can see in the sunlight, it's just gorgeous. Really nice. And this one's actually all matching, which is interesting. It doesn't actually appear to be refurbished. However, it could still be. We don't see any refurbishment markings from Russian arsenals on this particular guy. But one of the things you might notice here is the stock's really light. This particular stock is actually beech, and this was actually made by the Czechs. Sometimes we see this on other patterns of Mosin Nagant carbines as well, but this lends to the belief that it's quite possible the Czechs could have refurbished this gun, but we don't know. But certainly this stock is a Czech stock. What's also interesting is even the butt plate matches the rifle. Now, it's theoretically possible somebody just swapped out the stock, but the quality of the stock really matches the quality and the fit and finish of the rifle overall. So it's really interesting to see. This is one of the more interesting M44s I've ever seen. This is a really nice rifle. So just to kind of give you something for comparison if you're shopping, but this is a really good type of rifle to look for, especially if you can get one of these for under $500. And again, the prices are kind of crazy, so you know, you're probably not just going to go find something like this at this price immediately. And likewise with the X-Sniper as well. You know, you really just have to find one of those where someone just doesn't really know what it is, or they think it's a normal Mosin. That's something else you're going to have to just probably spend a little bit more time looking for. But if you're really invested in it and you're really willing to wait for the right one, something like this is a great option. All right, so that's pick number 2. What about pick number 3? All right, pick number 3. Big Sam's top pick for Mosin Nagant under $500 in 2021. This is a World War I M91 Mosin Nagant. As we can see, this guy has been places. This guy deserves his own separate video, and so don't worry, we will get a chance to take a closer look at this guy because he's really interesting. If we look on the barrel shank here, we can see he is a Tula produced in 1916. See, he's had the imperial markings defaced here and here, which is fairly typical to see. Now, this one is not from Finland, which is actually kind of interesting. Most M91s, the majority in America, are from Finland. I mean, this one's not. And a lot of people will look at this and say, well, this is just really beat up and horrible. But this is the charm of Mosins, okay? So put those preconceived notions out of the way when examining something like this. This guy is actually really interesting. And believe it or not, you can have a World War I Mosin Nagant for at or under even, in some cases, $500. Again, you just got to be patient and look in the right places. You can find some good deals, trust me. But when you consider what the prices of M9130 rifles are going for these days, a rifle like this might be able to be had for roughly around the same money. And I actually think that's kind of crazy because these rifles are a lot more uncommon. The 9130 is a great rifle and we love it on this channel. But these rifles are just way more uncommon. So the fact that you can pick up a really interesting piece like this for maybe the same price or even less in some cases as 9130 rifles, I think it's absolutely worth it. If you ever have the chance to pick up one of these rifles, please do. You will not regret it. These are just so fun. Now, sometimes they'll shoot high, so you have to remember to put a bayonet on them. But these are just outstanding rifles and really underappreciated, I think. And again, we're going to do a separate video on this guy because he really deserves it. There's a lot of weird quirks about this one. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed getting to take a look at some neat Mosin Nagants. Maybe this gave you an idea of what to look for if you're out on the hunt for a Mosin Nagant. Or maybe I've just started you off on your hunt for your first Mosin Nagant. Whatever the case, I appreciate y'all watching. Let me know down in the comments what you think the best Mosin Nagant to buy for under 500 bucks is in 2021. Let me know if y'all have any prayer requests. And I'll see you next time.